The United States is in the midst of a trade war with China. We have a stock market that has gone down significantly since Donald Trump became president on January 20th. And we have economic confidence cratering in the president. So what did Donald Trump decide to say on Sunday he's going to do? Reopen Alcatraz. Yes, Alcatraz, the Rock. Donald Trump said in a Truth Social post on Sunday that he is going to, quote, rebuild and open Alcatraz. For too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, the dregs of society who will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering. When we were a more serious nation in times past, we did not hesitate to lock up the most dangerous criminals and keep them far away from anyone they could harm. So, this is actually, I think, pretty revealing about Donald Trump. So we can have a broader debate about overcrowding in the prison system. Prisons are near or at their capacity in many places in the country. But I don't think there's any debate that we're not putting away the, quote, dregs of society who will never contribute to anything other than misery and suffering. There's a debate about nonviolent offenders, and did we go too far in releasing them, and should they stay incarcerated, et cetera, et cetera. But the idea that Donald Trump has ordered, as he said, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and Homeland Security to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt Alcatraz to house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. We have supermax prisons in this country that house these people. We don't need to rebuild Alcatraz. But why would Donald Trump want to do it? Because it's a famous prison, right? He almost says this. He says it at the end. The reopening of Alcatraz will serve as a symbol of law, order, and justice. We will make America great again. Again, it's a tourist attraction. It has been closed for more than 60 years. The cost of rebuilding and rehabbing and as he says, making bigger Alcatraz, which is on an island off of San Francisco, makes no sense. It's not financially feasible. And by the way, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was like, "We're not doing this. It's a tourist attraction. We're not going to turn it into a prison again." But the symbol, right, serve as a symbol of law, order, and justice. What's a prison that people know? Ask yourself that. There's probably not many, right? Maybe Dannemora, which is long ago, or Alcatraz, right? Everybody has been there. Everybody's seen The Rock, that movie with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. It is a famous prison. People trying to escape from Alcatraz. And that's why he wants to do it. This is not about a broader debate over prisons and who we incarcerate and who we don't and how we approach it. That's not what Donald Trump is interested in. He's not interested in any of that. He is interested in sending a message, which is this prison that we're going to reopen it and we're going to put terrible people there. Now, again, we have Supermax prison in Denver, in Colorado rather, like where the worst of the worst are housed. Do we need Alcatraz? I've seen no evidence that we do, and it might even cost more to rehab Alcatraz. It's on an island. It's not going to be easy to rebuild than it would be to build a new Supermax prison. But that's not what this is about. This is about tough. This is about, we're going to take our worst prison and put the worst prisoners in there. This is, again, it's a TV show, people. It's a reality TV show that Donald Trump is executive producing every single day. And on Sunday, he decided this would be a good thing to do because people like toughness, people know Alcatraz, so why the hell shouldn't we reopen it? That's what's going on here. It's actually, look, do I think Alcatraz is going to reopen? No. Do I think Donald Trump will spend a lot of time and energy on this? No. But this is, remember, every day is a new episode of the reality TV show, and this is a way to get people talking about it. Now, I'm talking about it, but I do think it is an important window into how he thinks about what his job is and how to direct press coverage or attract attention. But again, tariffs. Is he going to make deals on trade? What is the trade war with China? What's the status there? Is there going to be a ceasefire in Ukraine and Russia? Is he going to be able to make an Iran nuclear deal? These are all issues that are much bigger than whether we're reopening Alcatraz or not. But remember, this is how he thinks. programming every single day, programming the reality TV show that is his presidency and that he believes is America. And that's exactly what this Alcatraz thing is doing. I cannot imagine that the U.S. is going to spend money and California is going to agree to reopen a place that has been a tourist attraction and a closed prison for 60 years to house our worst criminals when we have other prisons to house our worst criminals. But that's Donald Trump, and that's how he operates, and I think it's really important to understand that because it's never going to change. All right, I ask you to do one thing. Hit that subscribe button. It's cheap, and it's easy, and it's free. It's the best kind of cheap. It's free. All right, everyone, take good care.